She talks a lot.
All right.
Interrupt?
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful day out here in Toronto. It is just past the May 2-4 weekend. All y'all green thumbs, hope you're getting your gardens nice and ready for the summer, the spring.
Dirty.
Beautiful time. We got some controversy as always, and we are here to bring you the latest, the greatest, and nothing but the best. It's your boy, Space Boy Elroy, here with the man, the myth, the motherfucking legend, Mr. Zane,
I am here.
and we bringing you episode 67 of The Hidden Six.
Mm, mm. 67. We're getting old, Craig.
I know we get that senior
We get-
citizen discount.
We start to be a little bitchy now.
We start to have like
Yeah.
kind of like outbursts of things that we wouldn't normally have said in the
Are
20s and
are you
30s of the
doing
show.
flannel or are you doing checkered short sleeve shirts with the tuck in
Ooh, I can't do a tuck in.
khakis
I can't get with
with
the
the
tuck in.
loafers? You give me the loafers with
I don't
that
think so.
stain on the pants where you're always like,
That was that good lunch back then. Give me the flannel. Give me the
You want the
flannel.
flannel
You want
opened up.
yeah,
No, the guys with the old dudes in the flannel, it's always screaming cat
the sauce on the
hair
beater.
everywhere. Cat hair everywhere.
I don't know
Nah,
what my look's gonna be when I age
I'm
gracefully.
the tucked in the Urkel look.
All right.
The belt, the tucked in, checkered shirt, cut off sleeve.
But I feel like we're at a turning point where the generations ahead of us and us are now going to redefine the old person look.
That's true.
I don't think I'm going to slip into those categories. Not exactly. Not like poster child of
Yeah.
a geezer, an older
Oh,
person.
okay.
You know what I
You
mean?
got some. You always have a Jay's hat.
I think the fitted is going to stay. If anything, I'm going to need it more as the
It's
years
gonna
go
show up.
along. You know what I mean? Right now, I got the do I want it or do I not? But soon that's not going to be an option.
I think thanks to social media, I've seen a lot of older generations mature,
Yeah.
our more mature audience, dress a lot more snazzier,
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit more. Shout out to the grandmas out there with that. You know when the silver or they have that silver kind of purple hairstyle, whitish kind of.
Yeah.
She got a little funk to it.
Yeah.
Grandma might give it up on a good night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've seen a couple.
Oh,
There's a couple
shit.
of even clips I've seen where there's they're couples. I think it was an Asian couple I saw where they dress really really nice. It's modern, but
Yeah.
it's not past the eight or
It's
below the
timeless. It's a
yeah.
timeless
A
look.
lot of more bright solid colors.
Yeah.
Pop's got a little beanie on. Maybe might have
I
a 1-2
also
J's. He might have.
I also look at the factor that a lot of times you start to care a lot less, right? So I'm guessing there's a certain age gap where whatever was in your closet, there's a
Yeah.
good chunk that just goes out because the wifey said so, and then there's a good chunk that gets to stick
You run out
around.
of okay, so you do have a bunch of you have stuff right now you need to throw out?
I'm good. We went to Plato's Closet not too long ago. You know what that is? Plato's
No.
Closet is an area. It's a
Sounds
store.
creepy.
It's a store that is not just a donation. They actually buy vintage clothing and sell it for like triple the price to all the people who are on that retro
My
shit.
kid would love that.
So I've got rid of a few things there. So it's the last time I was near a donation bin, I had a bucket trying to sell me stuff from said donation bin. And I said, okay, maybe this isn't the wave because the people that need it aren't necessarily getting it. I need it to get from A to B, not from A to B and sold back to me as C.
The
Like, yo, I know that jersey. Yo, shit. What
That's the last
the
time I was close to one, I saw two butt cheeks backing
That's
out of
it.
the bin.
That's it. It's a
So,
flex. It's a bucket flex. They're
what
be
people
stealing
don't
your
know,
shit, people.
the less fortunate, so to speak, will go and then they would just go and raid the boxes you drop your clothes off. You're shaking your head. I think that's a good play. If I'm homeless and I don't have a way to get new clothes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to where everybody's donating clothes.
That's a good idea if you're
But they
actually in
might
need.
strewn that shit all the way down the block.
I think that there's hard to determine the guy that actually needs it versus the dude that's trying to sell it back. That's a problem for me, man.
Oh,
This
Craig got
isn't an
mad.
open
He trying to
market.
sell you back your old
You know
hoodie.
what I mean? And I'm like, yo, I didn't even pay that much for it back then. What the fuck you talking
Craig
about?
bought back the hoodie just so the man can allow him.
Pack of Dumouriez, you know how expensive those are now?
You mentioned something about people not caring how they look. I know this. This is something that was on my mind. I was thinking about how to deliver this. Right? Okay. We didn't talk about this in pre-production, so I'm gonna throw this one at you. Okay. I have a friend. Yeah, I like this one. A friend of mine's, right? He's in the dating scene, and one day, shout out to you, Spencer, and he's like, "Yo, Ozzy, man, it's crazy. We can't swear yet. We'll wait." He's losing his mind. He's like, "Yo, it's either this or that in my feed, right?" And he sent me a photo one time, and I told him like, "Listen, you're gonna delete that photo and throw away your phone because the feds might come and get you. I know what
Oh,
bots
jeez.
you're running into on these dating sites, but they're trying to set you up."
Oh no.
Then so I'm sitting with him at work and he's scrolling through and I'm trying to like, what about her? What about I'm doing the the dating, the movie dating thing,
And
right?
you're like putting yourself in his shoes. Like, nah,
Ah,
she ain't right. She ain't
yeah,
the one for you.
I'm Hitch. I'm Dr. Hitch, right? No, I'm loving my role, right? Eating my apple. I'm loving my role. So I said I said, I noticed one thing that Craig, we have to be honest. We could say beautiful people.
Yeah.
There are some ugly people out there. And
Oh man.
Craig, you can't kill me for saying
I'm not with the cancel culture on this one, bro.
we're not canceling.
I'm not with the cancel culture on this one.
Craig,
I'm with you on this one.
they are people. Just like all you can say, they're beautiful people. They're
On the
handsome
inside.
guys on the inside,
That's it.
right?
That's why
But
beauty comes with it from within is a saying for a reason.
there is some time you're looking at some of these photos and I don't know even know how to feel. It's almost like I wonder if that person knows. They must know.
They need somebody, they need a confidant
You
that is just that's it. It's
exactly.
just straight up with them to say, yo,
Exactly.
this ain't it, bro. We got to
Because
find your good side. If you got to take a photo from the left or from the right, this might be the deal breaker here.
see, Craig, that's why you're my co-host. You understand exactly where I'm coming from.
Facts.
Where you can take a picture, but if you're gonna put yourself on the market for dating, try your best.
Put your best shot
Put
out
some
there.
paint on,
Yeah.
put some grease on. Yeah. A little WD-40
Shit.
goes one way. Maybe get that metal thing that you get from the dollar store, that little fake oil pack, and scrape the teeth a little bit.
I'll play devil's advocate
Go on.
with the bit of experience I have on online dating apps,
Uh-huh.
which I'm no longer currently a part of,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
There are serial swipers, and what a serial swiper is you don't look at the phone, right? Basically, this is it, right? Let's just take XYZ, pick your dating app, and you're this wide pool. You're in this
Yeah.
big ocean right here, all the fish in the
Yeah.
sea. You know what I mean? So you got to cast a wide ass net. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not a matter of being picky and really taking time out of your day to choose. I like this for this. I don't like this for this. You basically yes to everything, and then you do your second process
Oh,
afterwards.
okay. You stockpile them the maybes,
So there's a lot of
then you
bots
come back
and a
through
lot of shit that
swiping.
trickles through
My
in that
buddy
way.
said he gets what's it, ghosted a lot.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's so common,
And
man. These
he
people don't owe you
and
nothing on
but
there.
then he said the problem is now have I been I think we've all been ghosted at some point.
Yeah.
We'll call it that,
Yeah.
but we'll say what she flopped.
Like you initiated, you got all
Yeah,
the way to this point,
exactly.
and it was a
It was date tomorrow at
yeah,
11,
uh,
coffee, and then he wakes up in the morning, her files he's blocked.
gone.
He's gone. She
Got
doesn't
it.
exist anymore.
That's fucked
I
up.
don't understand that, right? You got
Yeah, I
to
agree with you on that. I think that if you're really going to put yourself out there and be vulnerable, you
yeah.
have to really know what you want because a lot of people are playing on there, bro. A lot of people, especially during the pandemic, that was one where people were just on there for shits and giggles times
I
a
would think
million.
the dating app should be for playing.
There's
I
certain ones that are
really
more like if you go back before like the Tinders and them were more
mm,
popular, you had ones where you had to like sign up, get vetted, like actually be proven to be a real person, make sure that you're a
yeah.
good person to be on that site. But nowadays it seems like a bit of a free for all. I've heard there's Facebook dating now. I don't
Which
know
I
if you
think
know about that.
that's probably has to be on. It's
That
not
has to
just
be a
not called
nightmare,
like
bro.
Netflix and chill.
That's gotta be a nightmare. No, it's not the date itself.
What's your political party?
There's think about it. Facebook's a huge database. So it's like,
Yeah,
yo, why are we going on all these third party sites? Everyone's already created a profile.
it's true.
Boom, Facebook dating. So
True.
now you're swiping on fucking Facebook, bro.
That's
You're
crazy.
yes and no on
Kids,
Facebook.
remember the goal is for these sites to keep you on them as much as possible.
There is a crazy algorithm about that. And it's really sad is that there's a certain age group that they want more than anything. And people who tend to get past their 30s, they are trying to rope you in to buy their extra services. And
Yes, I saw
afterwards,
that in
have you
some of
leave
them.
altogether.
They would
It's
tell
sad,
you
bro.
I think there's packages to get to get more people noticing you.
Yeah,
But then it doesn't stop you from getting ghosted
that's facts.
by the bots,
It's sad that way,
right?
man. I think anyone that's already on there, if you're listening, keep your head up. There is good people out there, but you are going to sift through a lot of negative, a lot of crazy. You are going to experience. It's like dating in real life, bro.
That's true.
It's the same thing. It's
That's
the
true.
same thing,
I
except
think
you don't know this
something
person
happened,
the
bro.
littlest
I
bit.
think COVID because of COVID, I think a lot of dating rituals and habits got and social media just got jumbled into it's a gumbo of whatever.
I think that it allows you to be overly picky. So if you're looking for, you could be like, yo, I'm looking for this height, this color eyes, this hair, this body type,
Yeah.
this
No,
dress
well
type,
that's the thing.
this music type,
I told my
all of it.
buddy if he has 5 things he's looking for,
Yeah,
pick 1.5 to 2
and run with it,
and run with it and see
right?
what happens. Because you've had these things where after a while they're with somebody or around someone, you then just start appreciating them for who they are, and then
Mm,
your ideals go out the window.
mm-hmm.
That being said, even while I was with him scrolling, I saw 3 people that I knew in real life,
Oh shit.
and this blew my
Do
mind.
you swipe or do you go left?
Well, mine was, why is she single?
Oh shit.
Because she was amazing. I know
What
of
happened?
personally the one thought, whatever. I know you on road. Uh, right?
So fancy seeing
But
you here.
yeah, right. Yeah. Look, you still do the Lord's work, I see. But the Barbie my ass. The first two, I went to high school with these girls, and they were really good girls, really good people. So even to this day and age, to this point, you're looking at like,
How the fuck you on here?
hell, you single. You're supposed to be cool.
It happens to anybody, man. It can happen to anybody.
It's wild. But like back to what Craig was saying, hey, no, listen, not everybody's a Ryan Reynolds.
That's it.
Not everybody's,
A finance bro.
yeah,
Not
not
everybody
everybody's a
is going to
crypto
be
bro,
not everybody is
right?
going to be exactly the whole package that you're looking for.
But my tip to you is find a friend that would encourage you to take care of yourself.
Yeah, bro. If you're going to put
More
yourself out
personal
there,
upkeep, shave the mustache, ladies. I know some guys might be into facial hair, but you be fine. You find more often than not.
I mean, there's some profiles out there and you're just like, yeah,
Right? Get rid of those Niagara Fall photos.
you don't like those?
No, burn them
Get-
because it just shows the Niagara Fall pic is this is the height of
Yeah,
my excitement
man,
in life. The photos of your dogs just all over you, you might want to tone it back on
you're
the
hitting all the heads right here.
yeah, tone it the cat photo where it's the cat, not you.
I think though,
Like it looks like I'm dating the cat.
you are.
Stop,
Yo, believe
right?
it or not,
The
you
neck
are.
shots where I don't even know if you have shoulders. And my buddy worries that you're just gonna roll it in a cart. I'm like, bro, I'm sure she has legs. He's like, but I haven't seen her legs, and I'm
You got to be careful of all these things. But like you said, if you were to take probably the top liked profiles, they all involve what you just said. They all involve a form of travel or adventure. They all involve
yes. It
pets.
looks like they have the people that I've seen where they look more interested.
Hmm.
They've been 1 or 2 places. I've seen enough to know these are the archetypes. Um, trip to Europe,
Yeah.
trip to Mexico, trip to BC because in those big lakes with the blue
Lake
water,
Louise.
Lake
That's what
Louise.
I was on
Oh
that.
my
That's was mine. That's
God,
what mine.
Niagara Falls, Jesus Christ, and dogs,
Dogs all the
and
way.
tons of
You've
dogs.
got people going out of their way to snatch nieces and nephews and other people's dogs just to take a photo, to start a conversation, to then
That's
say that ain't
crazy.
my so and so.
No, the photos. People
But
should take it. People should
I think overall,
ask
like
questions.
overall, people are overly picky on these things, and there's a difference between being picky and being cautious,
Yeah.
right? Nobody wants to be led down that alley on date night.
And I feel bad because you look at the person that might be a 3, and then I really do.
You're
It's
like, I
like,
hope you find somebody.
yes, I
You know
said,
what I mean?
is that line true? There's somebody for somebody out there.
I want to say yes, but if you're using this as our example, it's not looking good for some people because I feel like some people be on there for months and months and
Wow.
months and they are just getting like dead end conversations, shitty ass results, not what they're looking for at all, right?
It
So
it
it's a
it's
whole different
rough.
world out there,
Now
bro.
we're not now listen, there's little things you can do. Um dye your hair. If just upkeep, take care of. You can see when someone's taking care of themselves.
For sure.
look at 5 other photos that you think are cute, then look at yours, and then decide what's going on here. Because even for me, some of the stuff my buddy showed me, I'm mad
Yeah.
because I'm like, you're not even fucking trying. Stop showing me your roots. I don't want to see your roots. They're showing, and your forehead.
You need to go
That's
like your best top
yeah.
5 all
Come
time.
on.
I don't know,
And
man.
I get it. There are gonna be some 2s and 3s and 4s jumping around there. That's just life.
Of course.
We're not. I think I'm a strong 4. We're not. They're not.
I'm not thinking that
Right?
I'm the top of the totem pole and everybody's got to come to me. It's like you have to accept the reality and kind of stay like read the room. You know what I mean? Like you have a she's out of my league type and a he's out of my league type.
Yes.
You have a I'm here with them in this pack, and you have people who are probably going to be even below that. You know what I
Yes.
mean? But I think it's coming down to this: is that taking the shot, being real with yourself, meaning like there's people out there who are actively cheating. There's people out there who are rebounding from
And ugly as hell
there are
too.
people out there that are doing the nice the shystiest shit, and you got to be careful of that. You do need to weed that out, but
Yeah.
you also need to be vulnerable enough so that if someone comes by that maybe on the first sight doesn't tickle all your fancies,
Give
there
it some
are some times where you can build upon
Oh,
that. You know what I
Dr.
mean?
Love. Craig the Love Doctor.
I hope that everybody out there does find someone, but in a world of reality, like Zane said, there might be a few fish left in the sea when it all
Yeah.
comes down
Yo,
to it.
listen, hey, you might have to drop your scaling down to grab some
You
2s.
got to get some different bait.
Yeah.
Might have to get a different lure in that tackle box. You know, you might have to switch that up a little bit.
Now, I wonder if it's for on the other side, could imagine what the ladies are going through.
Like
When they look at the dudes that were like,
statistically, they
Flannel
have better
Dan.
chances. We know that they are very
That's true.
lopsided towards
That's
women because
yeah.
men, for the most part, have lower expectations on these dating apps.
Terrible.
They do, truthfully, they do. Where ladies, they tend to be looking for, you know, that one to take them off the app, right? Or some of them, like you said, in certain person's case, are they're just looking to put as many notches on the belt as possible, and they're
true.
actively spreading the fucking herpes across
Like
the
it's
Tinder
lotion.
verse.
Yeah, there's some sick motherfuckers there. Let's take a toast on that note, Craig. Well,
Best of luck to your friend out there. Just know that
yeah,
you
he's getting
will
for.
find
You know what's
something if you
funny?
keep
He's
doing
a
it.
handsome guy. He has money. He has a car and a brand new Ducati. So it's
Hey.
just so. He does play a lot of WoW, but it's just so.
Again, red flags,
Yeah,
right?
right,
Everyone's got
right.
'em.
Not everybody's got him, right?
Sometimes you gotta hide them a little bit, you know. If you gotta take a month off and
right.
meet your
Meanwhile,
lovely
he's showing me
princess.
his texts from his ex, telling her that she's like dreaming over him while having breakfast with her.
Oh my!
Yeah, and I told him, get rid of that girl,
Toxic.
delete her. But he's not going because I guess he likes the attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, anything that comes with social media, man,
Right.
anything related to it is that validation. Just knowing that you're doing the right thing, you could have.
Yeah.
A lot of people feed into
Right.
that. So,
Okay, good. We'll stick with validation. Now I stumble across. I like to look at. I like to take a microscope and look at some of the new fads that are going on. Something you wonder how long it's gonna stay. It's almost like when Pokemon Go came out, right?
oh yeah, I
Remember
forgot.
that?
Yeah, came
See,
around.
whop.
I don't see people out
Right?
there no more chasing fucking Pikachu.
I still try to get my shiny Ditto once in a while. Yeah, but there's this new fad called Drizzle Drizzle. So Drizzle Drizzle now, where these guys are posting these videos about themselves getting ready for the date. So see how the girls do the tutorial? The guys doing the hair, the makeup, the fade, the watch, the earrings, the shoes, the fit.
And he's showing the vibe.
And
check.
he's like, yo, I'm ready. Go to the spot, he gets the dinner. And then he looks at the check like, well,
You got that?
you're right. It's been nice. It's been nice. So the girl's looking like, what the hell is this a prank? Is this what's going on? He's like, no, I've taken the time to prepare for this night. I've spent money on. He actually brought receipts on how much money he spent on the shoes,
And that's
the
part
hair.
of the trend, right? You have to like.
You have to be, yeah. You can't just be like, wear your cousin's Tim's and be like, yo, I just bought these. So I'm like, yeah,
okay.
I just got them off road, right?
Oh,
so.
God.
Now I get where this is funny.
Wait. So if she doesn't pay, what happens?
Well, that's her problem. He's leaving.
He dips.
He's the catch.
Oh my God.
Craig, you don't get this, Craig. Drizzle, Craig. Yeah. Bitch, what you thought?
I ain't going home with you.
Yeah, go to you
I'm
getting
a classy
you
guy.
get no ass tonight.
Oh my God.
You get none tonight, Craig.
Wow.
So yeah, he's operating. I might pour a drink at a girl.
That's heavy.
I might pour a drink and storm out. Could you believe? Give me my bag.
Do you, king? Do you?
Right. So exactly. So that's where the argument comes in. A
And
lot of
what? So
women.
now this is a double standard that's being recognized,
Yes.
but it's
It's a,
also not a double
and
standard.
girls are like, listen, guys, you're being immature. Are we?
Oh, so we haven't proved our point?
No.
Wow.
It's-
That's petty as fuck, yo.
and they can, and when it's so bad when the girls are ranting about it, they're like, this new sprinkle, and we're like, oh my god, you weren't even listening.
You didn't even say the right
You
word.
didn't even say the catchphrase right.
Yo,
Are
bye,
you?
Felicia. That is funny as
What
fuck.
bothers me, there are guys who are taking it seriously, and there are people that obviously are making it like it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? They're just doing it just to show how kind of wild it is. It's just it's good fun.
It's a healthy
Yeah,
highlight.
jab.
It's a healthy spotlight on an issue that we need to talk about. It's an elephant in the room in the dating
Right.
world that a lot of people are scared to talk about, and some mans are putting a funny, positive twist on it. Is it foul?
Is it flagrant?
A little
A
bit.
bit.
A little bit.
It's
But
funnier when the girls get like steaming mad. The girls that are responding online to the concept of it.
okay.
You know, like if they brought it to them and
Yeah.
they've never heard of vegans before. So it's just the outrage. It's
No.
the triggering effect of seeing people so upset of this stupid ideal that guys are just it's like they fall for it.
That's
Hook,
pretty
line,
good.
and sinker.
That's
So
pretty good, no lie.
oh
Because
my
low key
goodness.
though, the girl's probably like when he first showed up to the date, she's probably peeping almost everything that those receipts are holding. She's peeping
Exactly.
the fit. She's
Right?
peeping the watch. People,
After the date, she's probably like, damn, maybe that was a catch.
right?
Mm,
It's salty. When you think about it, it's salty to think that you would actually give something like that up because, again, whether it's a man or woman or anything you identify as, whatever you're looking for out there, if you took the time to prepare yourself, be your best,
yes.
and this is how you're showing this version of
I'm
yourself,
presenting the best I ever can be.
then people should appreciate that for what it is. You know what I mean? Now, there's a lot of things I think about here where it's like, if your whole fit and all that stuff is like costing more than the dinner, you might have overdid it a little bit.
Okay, okay.
You know what I
You can
mean?
see where they're reaching.
But I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that most of the people in the examples you're explaining would have had the ability to pay for the dinner anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They
Like if you
just
spend your
tested.
last on that fit just to do this fucking challenge,
Then you're
that's
not a good.
greasy.
That's a
That's
financial.
greasy, you know, because there's
Yeah.
like a gentleman's kind of unwritten rules that you
Yeah.
gotta abide by to some degree, right? But I do love the fact that we're spotlighting this double standard and the way that it's being viewed for the females.
Yeah. It's a setup though, because okay, so let me ask you. The first date, you're paying for everything.
Yeah, most times.
You're just gonna cover. You're cool.
Most
Yeah,
times.
because you want to show that you want to have a good time.
Most times. Well, it depends.
Even if what if she invites you out,
Yeah, I still pay.
you'll still pay.
Yeah, now if it's like pay for me and my homegirls, it's like, nah, y'all got a bigger problem on your hands.
First, second, and third date.
No, I think after the very first, it should be splits.
Oh,
Straight
Craig,
splits.
you're not a gentleman.
I
This
think it
was
should
a,
be splits after that. Yeah. I think you do your
wow.
due diligence. Yeah, it depends on where you pick too, though, right?
Are you having this discussion
No, I'm kind of expecting it.
in
Like if I had to pay on the
in
second date,
courting? I think it's important for you to have this talk.
yeah,
But then that could probably muddy the water a bit because you could probably chase the fish away you're trying to
it's
nab.
a small sample size, meaning that I have X amount of dates to get to know this person and decide if I want to pursue them further, right? So date one, it's just kind of like, the chauvinistic thing to do. You just pay the
Yeah,
bill. It just seems very
Chauvinistic.
natural, right? Otherwise,
Gentlemanly.
don't come out to play if you ain't got to pay, you know? But by the second date, if they're not even gesturing that they want to split it,
Yeah.
then it's a red flag for me. Because it's like, yo, date 3, 4, 5, 25, 1 million. It's
Make
all
it
the
even
same
worse
way.
if they're like, oh, you want like if they make a fuss about it too.
That would be an issue for me. Listen, we both work hard
Bye,
for our money,
Felicia.
all right? Like,
Greg takes his purse and he's
yo,
out of
we
here.
both work hard for our money, right? So I think personally the first date should go to the male if we're doing the traditional dating scene. And I
Yeah.
think the offer to split or splits should be anything after that. You know what I mean?
Are there dates when after that we're talking down the years down the line now where you do like, babe, I got this.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
I've
maybe the
had to get over that stigma.
anniversary nights.
I've had to get over that stigma in the past where they come with the machine and the bill
Yeah,
and you notion over like, yo, you got this?
that's
You
kind
know
of
what I
tacky,
mean?
no, because you should have that discussion beforehand.
It's like,
But like
hey,
that's what the guys ask: you paying together, you paying separate,
right. The
right?
option's there, right?
Like
But at the same
save.
time, it feels very weird sitting there, like just sitting there while the female is paying. Like
Mhm.
it's a weird feeling for me when they have the machine and they're inserting the card and the waitress is just like standing there, just waiting
Yeah.
for the whole transaction to go through, and you're just there like, yo, what's up? How's your
She
night?
got it. Yeah. Alpha, she got it.
It took me a little bit to get over it, but at the same time, this can't last forever, man. Can't do it like that,
Yeah,
bro.
after you need to at some point you need to get past that. A lot of times when people are trying to make that
Don't you want to
the
feel
make or break,
appreciated? Wouldn't you want to feel appreciated?
I would feel weird if I feel weird if they whenever she offers to pay for the whole thing.
Really?
Unless it's something where it's like we've been gifting for the past day, like the day.
Yeah.
You know when you're out and about and like, oh, I'll
Or you've
grab
done
this for
multiple
you.
things. So
Yeah, you
you've done
just
X,
been
Y, Z.
yeah, you've
They've
been
done X,
spending
Y, Z.
more money on each other,
Okay.
and the other person would kind of
But
pay attention to that.
just the
I
straight
still would feel
action.
kind of weird.
Yeah, it takes a
Yeah,
bit to get over it,
yeah,
right? At first, it was very awkward for me because it's just the traditional the man should pay, right?
yeah,
You almost feel like you'd feel better if you're like, yo, slide me that $100
yeah.
and then
Yo,
you put it down on the table. You know what I
later.
mean? It took me a bit to get over that because it does feel weird.
Greg goes to the
right?
washroom every
You
time.
feel like you're being subliminally judged big time when it happens, right? And
Yeah.
after a while, it felt a little liberating where I was like, yeah, you know what?
Hold
Yo,
your
I'm
head
full. I
high.
sit back, hands on my tummy. Yo, that
Yeah.
was a good ass
He's like,
meal. Yo,
man.
pay for this.
I paid everybody.
it,
He
that's
got his hands on. That was me over here.
right? So I don't know. It goes both ways there, but I think after the first date, once you've paid for that, I think beyond that is a red flag if the lady doesn't offer to chip in here and there. If you're looking into a relationship,
If she's like, yo, I'm spoiled and I'm just looking good in makeup over here.
yeah,
My mom and dad spoiled me. I don't fucking know how to cook. I don't clean.
those are rough, man.
But there are guys that are into that, where they
Yeah,
just
that's
want
true.
a doll
Yeah,
for a spouse, really just someone to look good and just compliment them in a way.
that could be the case in some, but
Yeah,
I think that
it's gonna get taxing. Some guys say, "Oh, I like it because you're super pretty
yeah,
and cool,"
yeah.
but then after like when you look at her bag go on the table and you're like, "Well, your bag's pretty expensive. How long are you gonna keep doing this to me?"
I just
Oh,
think
you
that
bought another bag. Oh,
I just think that any relationship's 50-50, whether it's financial, emotional, or any of those. So I think that it's a red flag leading into what could happen into the future.
yes, I'm also 50-50
I
on
don't
it
want to
too.
carry nobody on my back like that, bro.
It's
I
a
don't care like what you bring to the table. You know what I mean? I'm
in my
not the
head, I'm
breadwinner,
picturing
you
your
know?
girl's
Like
face like, mm-hmm.
I'm not the breadwinner like that. No, my girl, bro, she's different. She's different, man.
Organized,
She's
very
different, man.
organized.
No, she's like she'll spoil you, and it's like you get put into that awkward situation where you're like, I don't know how to feel right
You're
now.
like,
I'm
yo,
overwhelmed.
and she's like, here, put it on
It's
now.
10-3
Put it
overload.
on
Yo,
now.
those shoes look good on you. Yo, buy those, babe. And you're like, me? I feel like
Like,
passenger princess out here, bro. Like,
Craig's getting tricked on.
oh my god,
Oh, you can get whatever you like.
shit.
Hey, Big Daddy. Craig, man, grab your purse, bro. Shout out to everybody who gets spoiled by their significant others on either side of the fence.
Yes.
Craig, man, what else has been happening in the world? Where do you want to start, Craig?
Uh,
Well, if we haven't started already.
all right. Give me Nicki Minaj. This is the last
Give
thing
you
we
Nicki
talked
Minaj.
about.
Okay, good. This is where your expertise comes in.
Let's try.
For those that didn't know, our queen bee. Well, are we allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
had a debate with my barber last haircut that Nicki's the goat. I had to break it down and
Yo,
make sure he
Craig,
knew what he was
Craig
talking
had
about.
a
But
midlife crisis with his barbers.
man was shaving it. They were talking about the Kendrick beef, and we went back and forth on that. And then he goes, "Yo, Nicki's the goat," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "Yo, she's the goat, right?" I was like, "For female rappers?" And he's like, "But does she have to be classed as a female rapper?" And I was like, "Oh fuck, this is
Oh
pretty
fuck.
deep, bro.
I
This is
got
gonna
you.
get pretty deep." But I
I
was like,
got
"Yo, is she in your top 5 though?" And he's like, "Nah." I'm like, "Well,
Oh.
maybe then you got to divvy it up a little bit.
Look at you pulling old head tax
Maybe you
semantics.
got to divvy it up a little
Craig's
bit."
like, man, I got you there.
So Queen Bee, yes, in many's minds.
Okay.
But I feel bad. I felt misogynistic being that I class Nicki as the best female rapper.
Nah, they put that on us.
No, but how far would it be
It's not us, it's the media, bro. We didn't
Nah.
care. We were always like a rapper's rapper.
if we didn't discuss this and weren't discussing this right now, and I said put Nicki in your top X of hip hop artists,
Yeah.
X,
That's
where are you going?
Yeah.
I'm probably getting to like 25 at least before her name's even like relevant. 50 even.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Come
that's
on.
true.
Come
I don't. Yo, this is not where we're going with this. Yo, shout out to Nicki.
Fix this quick. Turn this bus around.
Okay. This speaking of bus. So Nicki was streaming live on her Instagram and she was in Amsterdam. Yes.
Yes.
Turns out, one of the videos that I saw, homeboy was like, yo, we gotta search your stuff, blah, blah, blah. You guys gotta get out. And she's like, why? The next clip I saw was a very meek man, and this guy, he's already small in stature, and he's still trying to be even. You know when someone's trying to be as non-threatening as possible,
Guy's being very Dutch about it.
dude. He's like, Miss Minaj, we seems to have an issue, and she's like, what is it? He's like, well, this it seems to be just some drugs found in your bag, and she's like, what happened to the first time you searched it? Because apparently, what she said, well, you searched it the first time, why didn't do a thorough search? And he mentioned the gentleman that was searching the item didn't feel comfortable because she was filming. She's like, what
Okay.
the fuck?
That's so random. You're police. I like this Dutch police system. They seem
Right,
very like for the people.
right. So now the next clip jumps to they show her the bus, the what do you call it? The paddy wagon.
Yeah.
They showed her the paddy wagon that has to take the people who get arrested to jail. It looks like 2 porta potty seats, and I felt it for Nicki when she's like,
I gotta get in
"Go,
this.
I'm going in there. Go, what?
I surrender. Just let me drive to
She's
the
like, "Yo,
station."
I'll walk." I felt so bad for her because it just, when you're a fish out of when you're not from a place
Yeah.
and they don't give a fuck who
Amsterdam
you
seems like a
are.
weird spot though. Who's
Craig, that's your place. Talk to them, Craig.
okay? So, yo, everybody who doesn't know already, let me break it down for you. So, Amsterdam, weed is not legal, people. I know this sounds crazy.
Wait, it's not?
Yeah, I know off rip this sounds crazy. Yeah, coffee shops are allowed to sell weed in certain increments to people. The irony of this is the weed is not legal until it enters the coffee shop. So the transportation aspect of it,
Shit.
you are always at risk. It's only once that weed has arrived at the coffee shop is it now legal to dispense and sell to the general public.
So,
That's the crazy part
so
about it.
only some people are legally allowed to carry the weed to the coffee
You're
shop.
not even that dude. Zane,
So
you
no
with
one
the trash
knows.
bag? Yo, you're trapping hard, B. You're trapping hard.
So nobody knows how they get to the coffee shops
Facts.
to begin with.
Exactly
It's
that.
just an anomaly. They just poof.
Exactly. That's the we turn the other cheek
You're
kind
gonna
of
make me
deal.
go to another rabbit hole.
So dank is actually not legal in Amsterdam to that degree, right?
Boo.
Now,
Fuck all that shit,
now it's
bro.
been a minute, and I didn't research this prior, so I'm sure there's been some laws now where there's got to be like a limit you can carry, because obviously you now bought from the coffee shop, you're carrying in your pocket. I'm sure there's some legality there to say you can have X amount of grams.
Yeah, why would a coffee
right?
shop be able to sell you and you walk out with
What
it,
happens
right?
when you walk out? There'd be
Yeah.
cops on every corner.
Yeah.
But they all understand that it's driving a lot of their tourism and a lot of their industry. So they kind of turn a blind eye to the man with the trash bag that walks in the back. You know, because they
Yeah.
catch it no problem. It's very easy. You display that you sell weed. So how would you not know where weed is going to show up? Like that part blows my mind to this day.
Also, big trigger too. It's why do people fly with weed?
I think that they need like me anytime when I was like heavy smoking, it bothered me. Like I almost couldn't travel and enjoy myself. So I wasn't a drinker, right? I
Yeah.
didn't start drinking until my 20s, right?
Okay.
And for me going to a
Lucky
place,
you.
right?
Goddamn.
Look how I turned out.
Your stories are from just last year.
So for me, traveling to a place where drinks are heavily accepted, but you can't smoke, always kind of bothered me. Like I was not able to go a week without burning a spliff. Like it just bothered me deep
Yeah.
down. You know what I mean? I'd be fiending by like
Addiction's
2, 3
a
days.
thing, man.
It is exactly.
Heavy.
So when it comes down to it, flying with dank, a lot of people just feel better knowing they got something. Whether it's like your anxiety or
Well,
whatever
fuck it.
you're
We'll
treating.
deal with whatever. We'll see if we get in and see what happens.
Yeah.
That's wild though.
It's a big risk to take. It sounds really crazy to think
Even
now.
some places where I went when I know if I couldn't burn, I was just like, well, just use this as a detox moment, bro.
I don't know, man. For me,
Craig's like, not
but
for me.
that's part of why I went to Amsterdam because I was like, yo, I need a place to bun when I get there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But at the same time, now I'm a little bit more mature to the fact that, you know, if it came down to it, I'm not looking for like, well, how do I get this across or how do I get access to this once I'm here? Because you heard all the stories. You go to a Jamaica, you know, a man's gonna sell you cess on the beach and
Yeah,
shit
you
like that, right?
you see it all the time.
You're gonna
Rasta
get
man walk
hustled 9 out
with a
of
big
10.
ass dry ass bush, be like,
Right?
yo, and our peace.
Right? So at the end of the day, I understand why people would want to take that risk. I've seen it many times where people are traveling and they just want like a 1-2 just as a backup, just as a
Just for
little
the vibe.
safety net. So yo, if something triggers
Don't
me,
you have a man for that? You don't have a dude that just he might be on the same or the next flight in or the flight ahead.
I don't think so.
Why you get what if we're gonna do this, right? And
Yeah.
I know one, somebody's got to check the laws on your team.
Mhm.
If I know that if you're my artist and I know that you need your vices,
Yeah.
y'all are not Puff Daddy.
Europe gets a little finicky, but it was what's it called? Sweden. It was the example I was thinking of when you
Yeah.
told me. I was thinking about like G-Eazy,
Yeah, yeah.
ASAP, Snoop, how these guys have all been treated. It's very different country to country, where some are a little more lax about it and some are very strict about it,
And
and
some
they're
of them
like
will use it
gunning for
as an
you.
example to say, well, okay, this doesn't happen very often,
Yeah,
but because of celebrity, we need to make an example of this person.
exactly that. But you are
You threw
100%
Nicki
right.
Minaj in jail?
That seems a little excessive.
That's why. But what if
Super
the,
excessive.
it's the law?
When I went to their airport, so Amsterdam has Schiphol Airport. I
I thought you wait,
literally
hold on. Chipotle?
Schiphol.
Okay,
I think
just
that's how you Schiphol.
I just picture a giant
Schiphol.
bowl.
You literally, I smoked a spliff outside of the airport before I got on my plane.
Is that legal, Craig?
Yes. Like I literally smoked a spliff right outside of the airport before I got on my plane. Because they're not concerned about it. Because even if you were to dip with something, it's not their problem. It's the problem of the country you're landing in. When I got to Canada, bro, they searched my shit heavy. And I
It's
didn't bring
like, oh,
nothing.
here comes this pothead from
I
Amsterdam.
didn't bring nothing with me,
Spread
thankfully.
them.
But they searched my shit like very thoroughly. My bags were opened, everything emptied out.
Draws all over the
Like, you know when
place.
they divvy you up one or two places, I got, yo, you go right,
Oh
and I'm like,
fuck! You
there was
got the
only three
room.
other
You
people
got the
here,
room.
bro. Like, it
Oh
was an open
shit!
area, but yeah, that's foul that they did that to Nikki. I don't like that. I don't think that these guys are doing anything that's super illegal. Where the
Okay,
fact is, if you got caught with anything other than weed, I would have been like, okay, yeah, you crossed the line. But if you got
okay.
caught with weed in Amsterdam, it's like, come on, man. Like,
So Craig's on Nikki's side. Craig's like,
yeah,
yo, y'all wilding.
that's a waste of
Craig's
everybody's
been
time
there.
right
Craig said
there,
y'all
bro.
late. Your laws are mad trash,
That's a
super
waste.
sus. It's there to set people up,
Yeah,
and the Barbie Queen ain't coming back no time soon.
I hope she this just flies under the rug, man, because you know what ends up happening with these celebrities? Now the next time she gets offered a show in Amsterdam,
Fuck no,
Nick is gonna say fuck no.
bro.
And that
Yo,
affects the
those are
people
the
that
best.
want to listen to
Catch
her.
me rolling a spliff. You ask me that, Craig.
Exactly.
Those are the best one.
Exactly.
Doing some PvP. Ayo, you gotta show. No, hell no.
Nah.
Get them to yo. Let me talk to them. Yo.
So now you've effectively hurt your fan base. You've hurt the people that want to see you.
And that's when you're like,
And
be like,
that
yo,
generates
fuck the fan base.
that generates revenue for the fucking dam. I don't understand that part, man.
Oh, you're hurting yourself long term.
I
Craig's
think
thinking.
so.
You think you think they'll do that if it was Taylor Swift?
No. No.
If
Swifty
Taylor
is
Swift she
different.
came through with the mad brick
Different
of
vibe.
fish scale, just a gnarly asteroid of just the dirtiest crack you can ever find.
Okay, if it was that, then yeah, she'd probably get
You might tackle her.
that might get
Yo,
her.
don't tackle Taylor Swift in the airport. That's
That might
wild.
get her. But I'm just saying
If
that
she
yeah,
comes in a 1-2 split, they let it Taylor Swift
they
go.
let it. They'll allow it.
She's
They'll allow it.
immortal, man.
Nikki,
Untouchable.
and Nikki in your camp, to Zane's point, yeah, you probably should have had a fall guy for that. I think that would have been a smart idea. We've seen this happen in recent history a little too often.
That's
Even
true.
if you take in like Juice World, that was a big thing that Kate
Yeah.
like this guy had the world in the palm of his hands. You know what I mean? And stupid decisions get made,
Young and
100%.
dumb, man.
But at the same time, man, it led to someone losing their life, right? For some shit that, yes, is it illegal? 100%. Are there repercussions? And people need to understand that 100%. But it should never get to that point. Escalating to that point, that's a little bit much.
I say that to say this. Get your addictions in check. Don't take my word for it. Take Craig's word for it. If you can, if there's some things you can do without for a while, that you realize you might not be able to handle. Don't put yourself or your credibility at jeopardy.
Don't do it.
Just be like, you know what? I'm all right, man. I'm
That's it,
good.
man.
I'll
It's
miss out on that.
you have very few rights in these days, man. And the fact that you can travel abroad, you do not want to piss off the neighboring country that you happen to be going to. If you can avoid it,
They do that a lot.
please do.
Look at Japan in Mount Fuji.
Yeah.
In the small the towns, one of the towns surrounding Mount Fuji, they put up a giant black screen
Mm.
because people were just going in the middle of the street. Yo,
They're going in the middle
I'm
of the street
trying
to
not
take
to be a
photos,
racist
right?
piece of shit here, okay?
They're going in the middle to
So
take photos?
yeah, like they'll do what the Uber drivers do, just pull up in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And Japan's a place they're very set in their rules, and so when they're seeing like 4 or 5 cars just parked up, hazards in the street, come out, honey,
Oh, those
Tom,
shenanigans.
get this photo,
Yeah.
get up on the pole.
Oh fuck.
And then you see there was one video I saw of it was in the close to one of the geisha districts where a lady was walking, and I think she had her kid with her, but she was more in Japanese robe.
Okay.
and this woman was literally juking down the street to stay ahead of her
Oh
to
shit.
get a photo. And ladies trying to like,
Of this lady, the local.
yeah, of the
Oh
local. The
fuck.
local's like, yo, I'm just trying to get to where I'm going.
Right.
Get the, and even people are like, yo, chill out.
Oh
Don't
shit.
do that. You people go, they've been ruining Japan for a long time. I think Jake Paul and these guys started that shit. There's this dude called Johnny Somali that
I
he
actually rides the
goes,
trains and talks big
and he
shit.
goes and he'll say the most flagrant
I won't put out my
about like
opinion
someone
in
like
public on that,
where
but he says some
Craig's like
fucked
at
up
the
shit.
risk of not sounding
Nah,
racist,
there's some people out there that deserve their comeuppance, and
right?
he's gotten them
I-
recently. He
What
got,
the problem is he's gotten smacked around a couple
but
man
not
on
enough to
road.
stop.
Yeah, a couple dudes might roll
Yeah.
up on him and give him a couple smacks, but he never they're so pleasant.
But I seen clips though where it was in Japan and he starts his shit, and the dude's like, "Yo, I'm from America.
Yeah, I'll fuck. Yo,
I'll
I do
fuck you
smacked him.
up,
Yeah, I do
man."
slap the shit out of him. He's like, yo, don't play that shit, right?
Oh
Yeah,
fuck.
because there are a lot of times that these people will go to these countries, and because these people are very mild mannered and stuff, and they're not as, no one's gonna tell you off or tell you
They're
chill
not
out.
confrontational like that.
They just go in and just abuse the
Do whatever the fuck
culture,
you want.
and it's not good. A lot of people, it's getting bad because yo, I can't. I want to go to. I want to go see my Street Fighter building. You guys are fucking with me.
Straight up.
Don't ruin this
Be a
for
good tourist.
me.
Be a
Yes,
good tourist.
respect the place you go in. Clean up after yourself. Learn all the customs. Learn all the not to dos. You know what to do? Make a friend there first,
That's a good idea, and at
so
least
someone can hold your dumbass hand
learn the culture a
while
little
you're
bit.
while you're slack jaw localing in another culture. We already have enough misconceptions about us here living in the West. Last thing we need is people going in just mucking it up for the rest of the
No,
world.
Canadians get a good rap, bro. Canadians get a good
We
rap.
all right? Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
Canada's
I
not
think
that bad.
Canada's still in most of the good books for a lot of these countries.
All right.
Yeah, I think that
Hey.
we're pretty much good to roam where we need to freely, right? But don't
Mm.
quote me on that. You know who's in some hot water
How hot?
internationally?
Hit me.
You got your boy from Israel right there.
Oh, the man we dare not speak of.
And this is pretty rough. So he's being convicted, or sorry, accused. Yeah,
Accused.
he's being
Accused.
accused of committing war crimes.
Right. We've
Which,
heard this talk.
but I don't understand anymore. What is being accused of war crimes
Um,
nowadays?
I think these are all, how should I put this? These are all parking tickets
Mm-hmm.
that if you don't pay, eh,
They seem that they're
if
not
you
carrying much weight,
pay,
right?
eh,
And not
yeah,
getting summoned to the
right?
Supreme Court of almost the world.
Because who's next in running with him and work on what, Putin?
Nah,
I don't see them going to get him.
nothing's happened yet.
Nothing's happened yet. So now it's now a turnabout face where you've seen a lot of countries now, even your old boy Trudeau.
Mhm.
It was like, yo, we've been telling Israel to
They
fall
gotta chill
back,
out,
to
they
chill
gotta
out.
chill
We're
out.
like, okay, cool.
What did
Now
that do?
the world, we're not fools. We see what's going on. It's just that you can tell. So what is the International Court Council, like the court of
That's like the court of
courts?
the world,
It's
bro.
the court.
Yeah, like you think if
Yeah,
anything's gonna get escalated, if your name lands on their desk, it's
which
like
is weird. So what was all that talk with the UN before that?
that's what I'm thinking too. Is that now all of a sudden you've got this guy like, yo, you're on our radar. What is it?
So if I know there's like a municipal court, like local court, and I know there's the Supreme Court,
Right.
fucking with a municipal court. Y'all can eat a dick. Y'all
That's
can
it.
sit there and bitch all you want.
That's it.
Unless the big boy come gets me,
And that's what
I'm
this
not shit.
is.
And the big boy, but they don't even think they don't even look. Listen, nothing's gonna change. This
Kind
is
of finger wagging to be like, oh, not one more.
Craig. This is scary because I see that this gives the other give bad actors the ability to act up.
Seems that way. The villains are really getting away with a lot of shit.
Where they're
Right?
like, yo, if these guys are just grinding and nobody's really like doing, yo, Benjamin Netanyahu was like, yo, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I eat a dick. I'm out here. He doesn't care. It's I've always had respect for crazy people that just don't care.
Yeah.
It's just wild.
You in what army?
You and what? Yeah, come stop me.
You in what army?
You know,
It's been raining rockets for fucking like 3 weeks. Where you all at?
thank you for that.
You know what I mean?
Because you gave us that.
Exactly.
That's wild.
It's fucked up. But at the same time, don't bring it to that level if you're not like following through with it. Like, I don't even know how to describe this other than like, don't accuse somebody of committing war crimes if you're not going to actually prosecute.
Oh, you're
said
saying the
person.
court's trash.
It makes no sense.
Oh,
I don't understand what this is. A summon to what?
And
Stop
now,
the fuckery, and then all of a sudden you
so
don't.
someone's like, yo, just come in so we could talk to you.
Yeah. Oh, let's get this sorted out. And it's like, Have
No.
you been bombing innocent civilians? And you're like, oh, I don't know where that's
Well, you can't come in because you're not picking. Imagine
like,
okay, this is what I see. They're calling Israel. They're not picking up the phone.
that's kind of how to yo, he's busy right now. Yo,
You
he's
got
fishing.
ghosted.
Yeah, he got
You
ghosted.
got ghosted.
And international court is in like these more like neutral places where that is exactly the attitude. Is like if someone's
Brussels or somewhere.
hostile,
Yeah, it's
you're
always
like,
in some.
that was rude. Well,
Yeah,
welcome
he's like,
back.
but
Yeah,
writing a very descriptive letter.
he's cranky.
Yeah, it was funny because when I saw them doing their interview, when when they released, they had their press release. Everybody on squad were like, yeah. They're like, nah, this ain't right.
They're
We're gonna
frothing
deal
at the
with
mouth
this.
over this.
They were ready, but I don't see anything happening
No,
here. It's like Trump in the court cases. You don't really, you don't see anything. You don't know what's going. The Trump's gonna win, eh?
oh,
Trump's gonna
yeah.
win. I see some videos of him talk. They were talking about him going to the Bronx because they've never historically won the Bronx, but they've been interviewing all the people from countries where they left because they were involved in some bullshit. You know what? No, listen. Not everybody that comes from a third world country is you are liberals.
It's facts.
They've probably left because some of them were conservative pieces of shit,
And they had
and they had to run
out.
because their house was getting burned down.
They're
So
coming for
now,
you.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, you guys gotta watch how this moves, right? But
The
this,
international courts, though, the international court need to. I kind of like think like as the feds, where like if the feds came for somebody, they have the case almost open and shut. Like they've got everything they need at this point.
they, I don't know,
These are lengthy investigations. The accusations are like the most horrid
from end to end.
accusations you can make to any individual
So what do we do
nation,
with Hamas?
anything, right?
For people who say if you're coming for Netanyahu, what do we do with Hamas?
Well,
Why is there not a collection of the world's army, if it's the UN or whatever,
yeah,
going in to help them? You notice it's just them fighting
I think that's
Hamas.
what it is. It's like it's your boy now. So Israel being like the UN, they're
No,
like,
but then it's like, no, we're not gonna let you fight.
yeah,
We're gonna send our cousins in to fight for you
yeah,
and support you and fight. You get some. You know this is weird. There's no Canadian troops in there.
no,
There is no American troops in there. It's the first time you've seen a war where we're not boots on the ground
these are
in there,
sticky conflicts
which
where
is
people they're
wild.
so political, they're so politically charged that people do not want to pick a side. They want to stay the fuck out of these things because this has been going on for time, right?
Yeah, I'm
Now,
feeling no way. I wore my scarf that my cousin brought back from Israel for me.
and now you feel like,
And
yeah,
now somebody made a comment. They're gonna make a comment to my fucking face. They never
well,
do, but I heard it after the fact, right? Where they referred to me as the guy in that nation's scarf,
oh my god,
and I'm saying to myself, I'm like,
come on
well,
now,
is
don't let
that
it
the
stop me
most
from living my life
is
out
that the
here,
most
bro.
politically correct way you could? I'm right because I represent the fact. I like the fact my cousin went to a country, he saw the beautifulness of the people,
Got something
and
for you.
yeah, and
What
he
the
was
fuck's the big
there,
deal
and
of
it's
it?
just so it just sees how toxic it is. And we talked about the protests.
Yeah,
Now, someone mentioned to me, well, sometimes the protests are a way. It's another form of pressure. And I said to my, I said, I get where it's coming from. Like it's just more and more drums.
yeah,
Or if you're walking down the street and two houses are banging drums, that's one thing. But if seven houses are banging drums, then it probably might draw
it
more,
resonates differently.
right? So sometimes I always have to take a step back and analyze. Now we had a thing here in Toronto with the universities. We're like, yo,
The renaming is that the
no,
one?
the one where they're like, get off the property because you guys are trespassing.
Whereas they're what's it called? They're exercising their right to free
Yes.
speech and peaceful
And
protesting and
so
stuff like
the
that. Yeah,
university, I was telling my
campuses have a place of protest. A lot of them, eh?
like
A
a
meeting
muster
point, a
point,
rally point.
the
Yeah,
muster point.
yeah. They're like, yo, you wanna voice your opinion? Do it here.
But
Don't just drop
I'm
class at
sure
3.
that's in with in certain what's the word, parameters.
Yeah,
They can't live there,
I mean, no, I don't think so. I
right?
don't think
So
so.
I think if there's some parts now, people are saying, well, they just gave us the agreement. We need some time to and what's you're going up against an organized body,
Yeah,
against a group of people who are just starting to organize.
this
So it's in their favor to
shut that shit down.
and throw them the agreement when they're like, oh, you got to ask Tommy, Julie, Mike, Bob, Cindy, Janet, all what you got to get all their
All their
fucking
approval.
opinions
Yeah,
and all their feelings. We got to get all their feelings, and they're gonna be like, yo, watch these guys out there just like fill it around and not be able to make a decision. Well, the clock is on the institution's time.
I'm gonna put it this way.
Mm.
Let me just put it in layman's terms. If you have nuclear capabilities and I don't, and I
Mm.
tell you I'm summoning you to XYZ, how seriously are you going to take me?
I'm not pulling
Not
up.
very.
I'm not pulling up.
Right?
I'm like, yo, I got the steak.
Yeah,
Relax.
exactly.
You know what? You show up. Don't call my phone again.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yo, you're a fucking peon, dog. Like, what the fuck you talking to me right now,
You heard it
bro?
here first. Craig saying Israel's wilding. The world all of a sudden is saying Israel's wilding. But it's too late. The room's already trashed. It's like when the mom comes home and the kid trashes the room because she took his PS5 away. And he like trashes the room.
I'm going to make one comparison here, right? I compare the international courts to major sports, at least in North America,
Mhm.
where teams, when they get accused of poaching or flagrant activities, what do? They take their draft picks away. They suspend them. They da 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 da. You're no longer eligible to XYZ, and that's how this feels. But the scale of the crimes and the scale of the impact of what it's doing,
Yeah.
you can't just rob Israel of a draft pick. You like, bro,
It's
like
not good
any of
enough.
them. And I'm not just
No,
saying that
but
this
then
one
but then
conflict.
if you do, then it seems like should Israel be punished for this?
Hammers need to drop if you're really going for it like that, or don't say
Well,
nothing at all.
Craig's like, yo, don't talk about it. Be
The
about it.
world's a bad, scary place, man. A lot of fucked up stuff's
And don't
gonna
be pulling
happen, right?
punches at this point.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying that anything is right or wrong in these scenarios, but I'm saying that
Yo, you saying Israel needs sanctions is crazy. They
if
don't come for
you
you.
got the balls to go after me,
Pull up.
pull up. Exactly. Because now all of a sudden, what? We're fighting? It doesn't make no sense. That part to me makes no sense. Everybody wants peace. That's what everyone's working towards,
Not
right?
China.
Yeah, to some degree.
Meanwhile,
I mean,
you're
I
looking at
think
China
that
outside Taiwan with like 100 ships just shooting off.
ready.
I've seen these videos where, like in South American countries, it's a soccer match. Everybody has a stick, and they're just it's a clip off. They're
Everyone's ready to
seeing
go.
how many
Yeah,
clips they can. The game's going on.
they're just
They're just
popping off.
emptying off their guns into the ground. It's the scariest thing in the world.
I don't know.
And that's what China's doing right now. China's
Yeah,
is like, oh yeah, you want your superconductor? Bah, 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 bah. It's so flagrant, right?
yeah.
And all you can do is, oh, we condemned. Yo, we need to get rid of the word condemn.
You
It
think
don't
so?
mean shit.
It doesn't seem to
Yeah,
hold
people are
much
like,
weight.
we're not gonna have this discussion unless you condemned what happened on that
I
date.
hereby decree that
Yeah.
I don't
No, no,
support
no, no,
these
no, no, no.
decisions. No, I don't like these very much at all.
Condemnation is the new word for pussy
You think so?
because you're just saying it. It's just a buzzword.
Yeah, it's like a statement. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't like
Here's
this.
you can. That's more powerful.
Like we don't. Yo, stop it. Like
Ex-
wow,
yeah,
fuck with you,
but
bro. Like
yo, crack for Prezi.
very simple.
Yeah, just be like, yo, cut this shit. Go to your
That's
room.
it.
Cut it out.
That's it.
I want a president that pulls up with no jacket on, that ties a little bit. You know when he get home
Yeah,
and then he's relaxing,
it's a little bit loose.
but then the neighbor, bam, 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 bam. You're like, oh, what? Get up.
Just got this one button.
The
undone.
one button down. The beard didn't even get touched yet. Yeah, the hungry man is getting overcooked in the oven. The
Mhm.
plastic's starting to melt to the fucking the pasta in there. You guys, we need presidents and we need leaders to really knuckle up and just say, hey, enough is enough. Stuff all this word salad play that they'll do. So now you think nothing's gonna come from this?
I don't.
It's a shit we're gonna be hearing for years to come.
Exactly.
Oh, and we're still going through getting trial of war crimes,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Another generation. We're still trying to
Um,
figure it out. We haven't got all the
Who else
records.
died? Some other guy from that side of town.
It was
Planes crash.
no. This was
His helicopter. Iran's dude helicopter.
president and one of his ministers
Right?
down in the helicopter, which was crazy.
That was also crazy. Call Boeing.
That was sketchy. as fuck.
Because they're like, why would this man fly in? It was like a Kobe thing where, mama, why would this guy fly? Why they fly in the worst weather? And they took everybody with them.
I think that one there, like, and Mossad, which is like Israel's top tier, like guys of their guys, like they're known for doing some sneaky ass shit, bro.
You think it's sneaky shit?
It could be some sneaky shit.
I think it's some dumbass. I think it's some dingus shit.
If I'm like any type of royalty, prime minister, president,
Bro, you can't have all the top officials in one vehicle.
no,
You need some sensible assurance
Right.
here.
I've got dummies of me. I'm telling you, anyone that's fucking 6 feet tall. That's
Yo,
ginger.
my stunt
blue eye,
doubles,
yo,
I'm telling
stunt
them to
doubles are
crash. They're
pussy,
playing on
dog.
purpose,
100%.
just so everything is. Oh,
100%.
we already got one crash. What chance of two planes crashing?
If we're playing the game of espionage, I'm gonna be the top of the top at this, bro. And I can
Craig be
spare
the
no
Craig
expense.
be killing his clones
Just know your
just
tax
to achieve
dollars-
order.
Your tax dollars are hard at work. Just know that, people. Like,
But this guy died. A lot of people are saying. Some people are like, "Oh, condolences." Everybody's like, "Yo, shut up."
everyone calls foul. on
Nobody
that.
cared. This dude died. He was a scumbag.
Yeah, but again, this is a view from a Western viewpoint.
Oh,
No, it's tough, bro. It's tough. I haven't personally got the other side of things, man. But telling you, it's a
yeah.
Western.
You have your connect in Iran.
I don't.
Your plug.
I know. But I'm telling you that if you were to talk to people that are on the other side of the spectrum,
Mm.
there might be more to it than we even think, right? So we're just going off of like the knee-jerk reaction.
From the ones I've spoken to, they almost talk to me like I don't know what I'm talking about. Because but on the side of like how bad things are.
I feel like politically as Canadians, we're almost the most like free to say whatever because they're like Canadians.
No,
politically,
Americans got it.
No, Canadians politically, like they don't necessarily take action upon what everybody's thinking.
Yeah, we don't get lawsuits.
No, it just doesn't look like they'll be very free to be like, yo, I don't like such and such. I don't like so and so.
International Court Council Canadian?
Nah.
A bunch of soft mans?
They not. They not.
Just friendly as hell?
No, they not. I'm saying like Canadians wouldn't do anything. So you could be like, do a poll today and be like, only 10% of Canadians fuck with the current cabinet.
Yeah.
But that would be the end of it.
That was it.
You would just know that 90% are pissed off.
Go in the States, you ask, like, yo, like, yo,
They're
I run
straight
him
up.
over, I swear to God, get my
Straight up,
guns.
they're ready,
I
right?
tell you what.
These guys here, though, we are almost free to say because Canada, even though they're going through something, will still be like, yeah, I don't like it, though.
Yeah, we'll hold back.
like
We'll hold
what's
back.
going on
Chill,
right
chill,
now.
chill, chill, chill.
I
Go.
got work
Yeah,
tomorrow, bro.
don't fight. Yeah, you're lucky. Hold me back. Hold me back. But yo, we're soft because I've seen some of the other, bro. There are compilation videos of cabinet fights from like India, China, Japan,
shoes, the
bro,
whole day.
shoes. These guys are biting each other. They're cracking chairs.
They're
over
straight up going at it.
That's what we need. We want politicians to fight to the death to get our bills passed.
Yeah, facts.
This is what we need. When you see a dude, it was like what? A dude choked out another because he didn't want the bill to get passed.
Like what?
He figured out. He's having lunch. Him and Jerry are like, bro. The last section C13 says, if physical altercation erupts in the Senate while this bill's passing, they scrap the bill. He's like, what? Are you telling me I just got to choke that bitch out and we're in? He proceeds to choke out the lady that was passing the vote so they cannot have the vote. Not condoning violence against women here. We have to be able to fight tooth and claw for our right to vote. Just like how when people, I know this is a tangent, great, you're gonna love this one. Just like how people are like, this new study, I call it a study, yeah, I'm gonna say it. Would you rather be trapped in the woods with a bear or a man?
Yeah, I seen that one. I saw that one. That's brutal.
I feel bad for the bears. Bears are getting a bad rap. A bear does not want to hear your ass talk about your vegan diet.
They don't want to hear that
They
shit.
don't want to hear that shit. All they want to hear is your bones turn into dust in their mouth.
Yeah.
So think about this, guys. People would say, I would rather be trapped in the woods because the bear's not going to, what is it? SA me.
Nah, none of that. Hopefully.
What's the world coming to, man?
It's a lot going on.
My brain's so frazzled by that. It's almost like the drizzle drizzle on the girls, where to me, I'm have woman brain right now.
Everybody has their view of how it's supposed to be, and then there's how it's actually going.
Because people are speaking of like they have this innate sense of communication with bears. Like we're gonna talk about
this. Why'd the bear get thrown into this? You could have picked any forest creature at the same time, man. Like, yo, you'd be just as dangerous off on your own, bro. Fuck what comes to you.
Fucking bucks in running season. Have you ever come across a moose?
Would you rather be alone with another man? No homo.
Would you rather be alone with your best friend or a man in the woods or a bear
or alone?
Or alone.
Or alone. And whatever happens to get you.
Yeah, right. So I said to say this. I'm sorry for the bears, and if you listen to this, to all the bears in the woods, if you see a girl coming your way waving high, call the cops.
That's right.
Okay? Or tase her ass. Because she should not be there. She should have a guide to guide her through the woods so she doesn't get eaten. I've also seen these rage camps where these girls will go out. This is not a woman bashing segment. No, I'm just talking about things I've seen. My algorithm try to fuck with me, right?
It's trying to put you
It's
on.
trying to, but I don't
Put
care.
you on par.
I'm just here to report what the world's showing me
Yeah.
through my
A
eyes.
rage camp?
Where they go into the woods and they just beat piles of sticks.
What?
It's like when you do the room, the anger room,
Yeah,
rage
the
room,
rage rooms. Yeah.
right? You can do
It's the
that,
same
but
thing?
you just go in the woods, and maybe there might be some twigs and berry eating and some witch chanting.
Okay, I got you. Got you. And then you just beat some shit up real quick,
Now,
not too severely.
as the resident bear,
Oh, fuck.
can you guys keep it down, please? Right?
I didn't understand why they use the bear as the comparison, man.
It's just a shit on men, bro. It's just a shit on men. It says how bad you would rather be stuck in a room with a man.
How are you gonna choose a bear?
It's just telling you how that's how bad things have gotten.
Man, come on.
It's that bad. And now,
No.
granted, this is not everybody.
Yeah.
This is not everybody. It's just you're starting to see these things come so self-righteous, and people are so like, yeah, this is the way.
It's a lot, bro. It's a lot to take
I
in.
want to know what the world's gonna look like in 20 years. The countries that have armies are gonna beat us because we don't. America is giving up. Like not America, the West is giving up. We're not in the realm of defending because the even the theory of saying like masculinity, no one uses that word anymore.
Doesn't come up too often.
It doesn't use that word, and if it's used in a derogatory way, an insulting way, a less than way,
Yeah.
right? Look at intelligence. Intelligence can go across the board for many people. Some people can be so smart they almost seem insane. I say that because I've been watching Terrence Howard on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's been going off, bro. He's been
And
going off, man. I didn't expect like Cat Williams comes out the woodworks and says a bunch of crazy shit, and it turns out that he wasn't crazy after all.
no, Cat wasn't crazy to me
But a lot of people gave that's how he got,
because there's a difference between like when you're doing like gossip talk
Yeah.
versus like astrophysics and questioning
That's
reality.
different. But I'm telling you right now that when somebody is already like their mentality is questioned and they're mentioned to be unstable, and a lot of what they talk about is very religious.
But that's what they want. That's the machine, Craig.
So I get that.
Craig, if you go big brain on me,
Yeah.
I might say you're crazy.
Fair.
But I'm gonna feel away because I'm like, there must be something going on.
Yeah, but if you brought any of these segments up that we've even talked about today, see,
Okay.
not once has there been a mention of a religious deity. That to me is what tends to that tends to teeter the line of crazy or not, because you make a statement, and most times when you bring up like a current world event,
Yeah.
there's some way to back it up biblically. And that's when I tend to be like, I lose people on that all the time, bro. I've watched so many conspiracy-ish
So
videos.
I've been in the 12th planet rabbit hole.
All of those.
We're being sent here to mine gold to
And
clear.
it's clicking. Everything is like, oh shit, oh
It's like,
shit. My eyes
fuck.
are
It's
widening.
like, what's our affinity to gold? What's this thing to gold? And gold does
You
kill.
mentioned one Bible verse to me in that whole rant. Fucking out. Click, done.
Craig's like, you had met ET.
That's it. Done. All right. So now you brought something that can or cannot be proven into the argument.
Okay, now
Entered the chat.
he has now because I'm enough of a nerd to just grasp a lot of the concept he's talking about.
He says some cool shit. I was watching the clip.
Yeah, in regards to like math
Mm-hmm.
and the number zero,
The frequency one got me where he
Right.
talked about the periodic table.
which
I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
I
yo,
believe
DJ,
the
man.
reason
Yo, hustle
that
and flow.
that fucked me up because how many times have you the people talk about frequency
And energy, all that.
and then when he mentions that you can mimic an element by just reproducing its frequency
Yeah, I was like, what?
and having the other elements think it's the actual element that's there.
And then the colors and everything.
You know why it makes sense to me? Because after my boy, sorry, Peter, I'm going to do this. After my boy's dad got scammed by AI for $8,500
Ouch.
and some
Sorry for
African
the loss,
dude
bro.
show up and took his money
Ouch.
at the door because he thought his son was in jail, was going to get locked up because of a car crash.
Oh boy.
That frequency talk is us AIing
Yeah.
the elements. Bow!
Full circle. Full
Yo.
circle.
I just evolved a little bit there. Now that's one.
Terrence Howard's no scholar in my eyes.
Oh, he was War Machine.
Yeah.
He was all right, but they kicked him off the set because he was probably doing that thing
But like
everywhere
fucking
he
Terrence
goes.
Howard, yo. Like
Craig, nah, he was hustling for whoop that. You remember?
Get 'em, whoop
As
that
if I
shit,
remember,
get 'em.
remember 3 6 months that came back from the dead.
All of that, bro.
They didn't pay him for any of that.
I love his work.
He went to Africa and tell him he found flight and he's gonna
I feel
launch
like
the
on a
flight
celebrity
here.
scale, him in my opinion are almost neck and neck, bro, which is craziness. Like Terrence Howard, I didn't need to know that about him.
Nah, come on,
I don't need a
Craig.
deep appreciation for Terrence
Craig,
Howard.
where are we gonna find the people to push thought?
No,
Now, what he said makes sense,
no,
even
because
in
you
regards to how
this,
the universe is shaped.
yeah,
For us to have external pressures
yeah,
instead of just a gravity created by what's around us right now, it makes sense. I've been using the ripple in the pond th- um ideology a long time in regards to different things like
yeah.
just the way energy flows and comes back. If it hits off of something, it would shape, it would move the way it's done. Now him creating the other fake planet and stuff and then the access and all that stuff, I kind of turned my brain off after that. But it's just the
It
fact
was a
of,
lot to unpack. I think
right,
we can all
I
agree
got
on that.
mad
There
when
was
he's
a
like,
lot.
yo, the vaccine turns off a such, and so then I was like, oh, that's why my arms numb.
I think that okay. Let me put it this way:
Side effects.
I haven't yet, not that I know of.
You've not noticed anything different within your, like,
I get a 1-2 time where like I'll think about something and be like, is this relative to X, Y, Z?
okay, like what?
It could be
What
like
you what
the
you could share?
weather or like
Wait, hold on. The raise rating because of the
sounds
fact because you got
crazy,
the
right?
vaccine.
No, not that. It's
Okay.
like your mood or something like that. Your attitude, your mood
You
could be
get
like
so you get a stick
headache,
attitude. Oh, okay.
all that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Well, that's normal.
I kind of think about it that
Yeah.
way, but
Me,
nothing like that
I had a
yet.
couple things, bro.
I'm sure there's gonna be
There
lots,
was a
man.
thing on my chest where I just felt like
Heavy.
not even that. It felt like my heart was rubbing up on, like, it was like almost like a bone was growing
Oh goddamn.
on its, like,
I was gonna
growing.
say that's called palpitations, but no, that
Yeah,
sounds a
it's
little
like it
different.
was like that's the only way I can imagine it. It's if your heart as it's beating or your something in my chest, it's rubbing on something, um an anomaly. You feel something, yeah, and
Okay.
then my hands always numb. Okay, okay. Sorry, Terrence Howard.
Yes. Let's not get too far. Look, okay, we are the podcast, therefore we are the platform, right? So boom, Hidden Six blows up as we always knew it would, thanks to all you loyal listeners out there. Now we have the ability to have any guest on our show and talk about a variety of reasons. You and I have never gotten to the pocket or been about one thing. We can talk about anything
Anything.
and everything,
Yes.
and we can be subjective and we can be everything,
Objective. Yeah.
everything, right? So boom, we say, you know what, Zane, you, Spaceboy Elroy, we want to talk about science today,
Nice.
right? We want to talk about science
Can't
and
wait.
we want to talk about medicine and we want to talk about the world.
Yeah.
And okay, so we go through our list of guests on the show and we're scrolling and we're scrolling. Where the fuck does Terrence Howard appear on this list here? Who the fuck needed
You
his
want to know
opinion on this?
how Joe pulled this?
Who needed this?
I think Joe had this in the back pocket because he'll do
Man,
those intervals where you get someone that's really. But here's the thing: you find people that are so convincing in the way they deliver. Neil deGrasse Tyson could be a madman.
no, but that's who I'm pulling up.
But
100%.
could you imagine what if they both think up and they both agreed?
Okay.
Would that crush all your thoughts?
No, no.
Do you think the Earth is flat, Craig?
No,
Craig, are you a flat earther?
no. No, wait.
Oh my God!
Hear me out.
Craig's like, but
Hear me out.
there
Hear
was
me
this
out,
one
hear me out.
time.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now we want to do a review on Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh God.
Do we pull up Neil deGrasse Tyson?
I think if we pull
No.
if you bring up Terrence Howard, he's gonna be pissed
We don't.
because they replaced him with Don Cheadle, so he's gonna be salty about that.
I
He
love
ex-
that portion
He
of it.
explained that
That was the
even
part I loved about
he
it.
explained that even he was like he called Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
ringed
talk
his,
about your
he
Hollywood
ringed
life.
his phone off. He was
Talk
like,
about
"Yo, me." One thing I hate with phony ass people, and I talked about this. I don't know if I did get to talk about this when I was at a party and I have 6 people pushing their phones in my face when I know that I'll rarely ever connect with them ever again. And he was talking about how apparently him and Robert Downey Jr.
Oh,
hit
they
it
was
off.
mad tight.
They were boys.
They went fishing.
You
that
thought
one time.
you thought they were boys, and then he just ghosted him. And then one time he met him and he hit him with the, "Well, good to see that worked out for you." Dude, that line,
Okay,
that "good to see it worked out for you" line. It's like,
but good because you're like, here's a real life account from Terrence Howard. No, no.
oh, you're
Here's a
saying,
real life account from Terrence Howard, and you're like, this is stuff I want to know. This is the tea. This is the gossip. Man's wanted to know what was it like working alongside Robert Downey Jr. Did you feel fucked over with the Avengers contract?
Do you think
the
talking
Iron Man
about getting
contract?
blacklisted makes you more blacklisted?
I just think that if you're an actor in Hollywood, you should talk about movies and
What?
Hollywood
Nah,
and acting because that's
nah.
where your expertise is officially lying.
And
I personally don't care what your Zane, like you, I don't care what your IQ is, right? Like we can have a cool conversation, but if you're about a certain thing, an aspect, I'm gonna talk to you about that.
Terrence
You don't
Howard,
bring Zane on the
Craig's not
show.
gonna have you on the show, apparently.
You don't bring Zane on the show.
Craig, you won't want to have him on?
I'm just saying that I would want him
Oh
on to
my
talk about
god.
Hollywood, real life shit.
You
If
want
Terrence
tea?
Howard was beside me going
He's
off,
giving you cosmic tea.
no.
The world, oh, there's no such thing as a black hole.
Who wants to hear about the periodic table as it
It
accords
makes
to Terrence
sense.
Howard?
If energy is forever transition, is forever moving
Who
from
taught
one
him
place.
that? Get him on the show.
Cite your sources.
Yes.
He said it's all there, but then he's
No.
like, you know what's funny? He was saying pretty much all the stuff he learned.
Yeah.
Them niggas are trash. We were like, so how do you know beyond what you know?
Like I always am
But
about,
apparently he's a super genius.
yeah, I'm always about people wanting to learn more. And I get it. You've been typecasted and you're an actor, and at that, you're a
I
black
don't know,
actor,
Craig.
and you want to get out of the box. You're on Joe Rogan. You're on the biggest platform that's going to be available to you.
Talk your shit.
Talk your shit. But at the same time, man, like, who am I as the listener to entertain half of this podcast about the periodic table of elements and half of this podcast about why I got fucked over on Iron Man? I'm more concerned about how he got fucked over on Iron Man, where there's a group of people that are literally like latching onto this periodic table and all the other science stuff he said. No, Neil deGrasse was on last week, bro. Go watch that. Go watch that. Neil deGrasse got you covered, bro. Don't worry about it.
What Craig would want to say is read a fucking book. What I would say, don't
That's
trust that.
it.
Burn them books. Burn them.
Oh,
Were sent here
come
by
on.
the Anunnaki to
Don't
mine gold, and they had their slave alien race
don't tell
that
me.
fucking taught the baboons and
no.
the apes how to make sharp tools.
No.
And then they started humping with some of us, and then we got crossbred, and that's how you get gingers, and that's how you get fucking North mythology.
Fam, it's 67 episodes.
Yeah.
Don't tell me
Come
Terrence
on,
Howard is our
Craig.
agree to disagree moment.
Come on,
We're going to talk about anything else.
we have to peel the veil from our eyes. Where do we get this innate fetish for gold? What is this thing? What all these pyramids are for? They were made to transmit ships to get the gold out of here.
Okay, so
What
now
about
we're-
that gold in that pyramid underground in Alaska that's made from like
Hang-
black obsidian
No, hang on.
where the aliens
Hang
took a
on.
tour
Hang on.
up in
We're talking
Tecumseh.
deep into that rabbit hole right now. Let me do this.
Go on.
Okay, so you want to know about the gold and how it gets from Africa, right?
Go on.
Do we bring on? Sorry, you said Egypt. Let me. 'Cause
Mm.
that's how I thought.
Yeah, we do Egypt. We'll start Egypt.
Do we bring on the historical expert on Egypt, or do we bring in Mr. T because he rocks like 20 gold chains? Thank you. So, Mr. T, don't fucking come up in here and talk about how we got that fucking gold.
But he might know something.
No.
He might know some shit.
No,
He might actually be like, yo,
I want to hear about Rocky.
he was the descendant of the merchants of the aliens. That's why he's all drippy.
Hell nah.
You want to hear about Rock at 18?
I want to hear about the A team, bro. Come on now. I don't want to hear about that shit. Don't tell me how these 20 chains got on your neck.
Correct. So we don't want the truths.
Not from these people, man.
But isn't that a part of the problem where people are saying that's where the control happens?
Well,
where if there's always CNN only talking about wars, how do we know that their view hasn't been manipulated?
Fair, but it's like,
1 + 1, 1 × 1 is not. What the fuck? did he
okay,
say?
that's arguable. I get that point now. I get
Get
that
the
point.
program,
I
Craig.
get that point. I
Right?
get that point. But I'm thinking that if you bring someone up onto a platform, like, why are we, like, we could have 20 different topics ourselves, you know what I mean? But it's like their calm demeanor, like, so you're like, yeah, and that's why I got screwed over on Iron Man. Y'all call Robbie Downey Jr. He didn't answer.
Because you be talking that shit and you're making everybody
And
uncomfortable
another
and
thing-
sweat. Just practice your lines.
And another thing, yo, the fucking periodic table.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, oh, turn up the volume.
Joe's like, some more.
Shut up.
Get them. Yo, I love the arrogance is when they go and they're like, they talk to Jamie like they were prepping for Jamie.
They think.
I sent that to you. You should probably pull that up. Yeah, you should if you can find
And
it.
another thing.
If you can
No.
if you
No.
can if you can find it. Right?
Not and another
It's
thing.
probably
Terrence
it's probably
Howard.
behind 6 other government firewalls.
No, I want to hear about how you fucking pimp that bitch out to get that microphone to get your rap
I
career
didn't even
started.
like that movie.
I want to hear about. I
Hustle
want to
and
hear
Flow.
that was
Craig's like,
fire.
what?
Like, that was fire.
Hustle and Flow, to me, it was like, it just, I never believed him.
You didn't even believe in him. Yo, when Luda fucking took that tape, bro, and he's shitting on
I
tape
didn't believe
cassette.
that's Terrence, because Terrence Howard was already a grown ass man in
At
real
that
life.
point, yeah.
So for you to be like a pimp dude just trying to make, he's too pretty for certain roles. He's too shiny
You think
for
so?
certain roles.
I liked him for that one.
He's too shiny. So what if we put him in the next conspiracy theory
It
movie?
was a weird cast, man. What was Anthony? Fuck, what was the other dude? Anyways, next.
Yeah, there was a
conspiracy-
scrawny white dude in there.
Not him.
That was
he
his
fit.
producer?
No, he fit.
That was
He
his
fucking-
40?
Yeah, he fit. He fit. You know, he was on hella shit. He was definitely a custy. I was talking about the big black dude, Anthony something. He's in a lot of like old school movies, like Romeo Must Die, and fucking. He used to do a lot of like Jet Li DMX shit. Anthony
you fucked
Hamilton.
up with
That's
that.
his name. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, Hamilton's the
He's the
he's
artist.
the actor.
Fuck.
He's the artist.
Nah, I'm talking about the big. The big
One
black
day.
dude.
Billy Blanks?
No, he's in a movie. There's a new Bloodsport.
Yo, Billy Blanks is still alive?
Yo, this will never end. We got to get off this.
No, man. No, we're not leaving, Chris. The mothership,
Get me off
the
this planet.
pyramids, Craig, they're all connected.
I've
They
never.
harvest the magnetic waves of the planet, Craig. You don't know.
I would.
Did you
sooner
see the
have-
video of the rat on the Tesla rocket?
I would sooner have it from you, bro. I'm telling you right
Saw a
now.
video. A dude that's like
I
something
consider
moved
you a more credible source.
while the ship was in space,
Yeah.
burning up, and they're like, "Yo, tell me that's not a rat." It's like you see a mouse scatter across. We human beings, we as weird and as fucked up as it can
We're
be.
curious
man.
creatures.
Oh my god.
It's easy to latch on to certain things, bro. I'm telling you right now, it's easy to latch on to these things. I'm all good with somebody like directing you in a spot. If I was like kind of not being the beacon, but pointing the beacon to say like, if you guys really want to know more, funny fact is, and then you kind of like
Peels his face off and he's a reptile. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking. Oh, okay. I predict this. The first alien is gonna go on Joe Rogan
oh fuck.
and he's gonna be an influencer. Not already an influencer.
But
just-
wait, reveal? Like a reveal.
No.
We already know.
He's gonna
Glork.
become.
You're Glork.
Yes. Alf.
Yeah,
Alf.
Alf on fucking Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Alf, where he shows up and people, instead of like, oh my God, freak out, it's gonna be like, yo, I like his chain. He's gonna be like on Coca-Cola, he's gonna be on Mountain Dew. I'm telling you, we're that fucked up of a race. The first alien is gonna be revealed on Joe Rogan's podcast,
That would be like, yo.
and then he's gonna have his own podcast. I said it here first, okay? Now we have this last thing I want to talk about real quick, Craig.
Go ahead.
We're big video games fans here, as we talked about many times.
Yes.
I was excited to know that the new Assassin's Creed game was coming out, and we've seen the movie with Michael Fassbender. Pretty much Assassin's Creed is about people that you're part of a secret society, and they're connected to historical things that Templars, all these things.
They play a huge role
right?
in why this happened.
Yeah, they were
They
like,
prevented X, Y, Z. They basically curbed the line of history. To
that's
be
what
like, yo, this
that's the
would've happened,
narrative.
But I killed
But
your daddy.
they did your daddy's
That's
daddy.
That's why. It's
Right? So now the new one's released, and the two main characters is a female Japanese woman and a black male, a black
It's
samurai.
based in Japan. If you haven't figured
Based
this
in
out by
yes,
now, right?
based in which I always wanted a GTA Japan,
That'd be pretty
which
crazy. No, I think
technically
Assassin.
it's technically like a
weapons-
dragon, but Assassin's Creed is better.
Assassin's weapons. Like I've liked everything leading up to now, man. Don't get me wrong.
Black Flag's the best
You
as
think
a
so?
pi- as-
That's your go-to, eh?
as a pirate. I didn't like playing the one where the guy was more like the
Hit
Native
him with the
American.
blunderbuss, boom.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was-
the Patriot one.
Yeah, it was
Oh, man, it's
it
got
was
minutes to go on
long.
that
It was so draggy for me. It was too annoying. It was too draggy.
it's
But
been a while.
what happens that people are in uproar because it's a black.
Right. They're saying
Man.
it's not historically accurate, which
They're like, right?
that seems to be the ongoing trend with any video game
Right.
at this point now, man.
And the nerds will go looking. Yusuke was actually a black man in
The, no,
Japan.
not a.
The only black
the,
man.
Yeah, he was the, and that's where Ubisoft did the big fuck
Right.
you because we did our research first.
Which Ubisoft is known for. Whenever they made the games, they're actually pretty accurate in regards to the geography.
Their historical accuracy.
Yeah, their buildings.
It's on
They're
point.
pretty good for
They
that.
do a lot, man.
So that happened. A lot of people were upset. People saying, well, that's they're what's the word, pandering. They're using black people. I know Yusuke is a real character. He was a part of doing the Nobunaga era. Nobunaga was a shogun that was like he was different,
Mm.
right? So he liked the fact that, yo, I got the only black guy on the block because I don't want to talk to none of y'all anyway. But he couldn't be seen with a commoner, so he made him a retainer.
Okay.
So a retainer mean like you're samurai in name,
Mm.
but not in duties.
You're not on the front line.
You're not on the front line.
Not on the
right?
poster.
You might have the
Not in the
look.
group photo.
You're not in a group chat.
Not in a group chat.
You got the drip
Not the
though. You
roster.
got the members only jacket.
Okay.
So that's where it's getting kind of. Now I don't care.
Nobody.
I don't care. I actually think it looks fly.
Yeah.
Right. He looks dope.
Well,
How many
immersive does it need
tattoos
to
we're
be?
gonna get out of this?
How immersive does it need to be like?
Right.
I don't feel like I'm living through a real samurai's vision.
Listen, you can't
Of-
you can't identify as a unicorn and feel underrepresented when there's a black samurai on the screen.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much.
Like
It's too much. And the problem is people are trying to boycott it. This is actually like their pre-sales have been through the roof.
never higher.
So hey, that's what you guys get. I realize they're using people's outrage now. They're farming
Against them.
outrage. They don't get it.
What the?
They don't get it. Terrence Howard would never.
It's a reverse racism.
Yeah.
It's a reverse.
It's like, yo,
racism.
we're gonna be so blatantly racist. We're gonna make you show yours,
Right.
right? And they're like,
boycott it versus buy it.
what's more racist than being offended for another race we never asked their opinion?
100%. 100%. God damn, Ubisoft, you guys be doing some crazy trolling up there.
Listen, man, they're cracking the code. As have we.
Afro Samurai was huge. They've done this already.
Oh snap!
This is not our first rodeo.
Yeah.
Samurai was big. So if Samuel L. was the voice actor,
And
everyone would've been
Yusuke,
good with it.
well, if it was that Robert
No,
Downey
yeah.
Jr., they wouldn't have had it either, right?
He
And
played a black guy.
right, and they had
He played a black guy.
oh
Oh my god, bro! I'm gonna headbutt.
my god,
bro! We're
he didn't
coming
help
third.
Terrence. I'm on Terrence's side. You can't play us. You can't play me. You don't go full Vita.
Who gave him his card? Who gave him the hood
Yeah,
pass?
who gave him the hood
Terrence
pass?
Gave him the hood pass.
Oh, was that the black friend? When
on.
Donnie Jr. was like, yo, I asked my black friends what they think.
100%.
And some of them were like, yo, rock out.
Heard it here first. Officially, unofficially.
Wow.
Terrence Howard,
Listen, we're here to connect the dots.
black
And
historian.
right, we've
Huge
heard it here
African
first.
American historian.
What did we cover today? We covered that
Not much.
not much at all. We covered that they lied to us about space.
Okay.
The Earth is flat.
Okay.
Netanyahu don't give a fuck. He's gonna
Okay.
do whatever he wants.
Yeah, that I think we've proved that if you are high enough in a society and you have nuclear capabilities, you probably
Do whatever you want. Okay, so
You might
Craig
deal
said
with it one day.
every nuke for every man.
A nuke for everybody.
A nuke for everybody.
Yeah, me and you would be on such a more like common ground, you know. And I don't mean me and you as the persons, not literally me and you. I mean like man one and man two, or
Yeah.
female one and female two, or it one and it two, or they and that. Anyways,
Yes.
everybody that's carrying, if you're strapped, everybody's gonna have a little more of an honest conversation.
If you ain't strapped, you're missing out.
That's it.
And the ladies would rather be trapped in the woods with a bear
Than
with a man,
That gets
as
me.
long as the bear pays for the dinner.
Facts.
Yes.
As long as he's the bread.
As long as he's the breadwinner and bringing it home. Yes. It's good to know all is well in the world.
It seems that there's balance
Right.
restored.
We didn't get talk about Diddy,
Restored.
but should we didn't talk about Diddy? We don't really talk about
I
Diddy
don't
right
even
now.
want to talk about
I don't
it.
see Craig
Yeah, I really
because
don't.
they're already starting the memes of run down. I think that's insensitive.
The Kendrick and Drake shit already got me tuckered out, man. From the
Craig's
last
all tuck-
episode, yeah. I'm
Craig's
tuckered
like
out, bro.
in his onesie, he got his teddy bear.
Tuckered out,
And he's
bro.
like, I'm going to
Yeah,
bed.
bro, I'm just fired up. And even this, I'm like, yo, there's so much controversy that it's like, I don't even want to pick a side.
I want more Terrence Howard. I want more Terrence Howard.
I would be curious to know out of our listeners when we talk about our personal opinions and how it sways how an episode's going.
I get mad. A lot of people root for you.
I
And that
appreciate
shit drives me crazy. Cause I'm like, yo, Craig's stupid, right? They're like, nah. I'm with it on that one. I'm like,
woke,
what?
dog.
That
He's
was-
woke, dog.
Bro, that one when they said it when they were on your side.
Which
Shout out
one
to
was it?
Hannah. When she's like, yo, the queen, what's her name? Kate. Kate can't really just like ghost us.
Fact.
And then popped up and be like, I had cancer, y'all chill out.
Nah. Okay, we won't even get back into that one. I think that everyone needs to draw their own conclusions. And what we do is we are the ones that cast the boat into the water. We break the bottle off of the bow and that the ship Hidden Six
Maiden voyage
it just heads on
of
its
our
way,
ideas.
and we just
And
wave it a goodbye as it
yep,
goes. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, and we talk about it from time to time, and but as it passes and drops into your port and it picks up your spices and your grains and your liquors, that's what we're talking about. We want it to come full circle and come right back to
Yes,
us.
man.
We want the taste of everywhere in the world. We want every opinion. We want
Not
every
every.
single like. We want to take in what everybody else is thinking
Yes,
about
ladies, shave your mustache.
this.
Dye your roots. Put on some
Oh my
makeup.
god.
Practice your lighting. Practice how to take good pictures.
Okay, let me hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, so one time, so I was on Tinder, right? And this one girl was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm pretty good. How about you?" And she looked okay. I don't even remember what she looks like now, but she goes, "I'm super sick." And listen to this message. "I'm very ill with a full body illness, and I would just like to be in the company of a man right now."
What?
What do you do with that? Instantly blocked. Gone.
I don't know.
Who describes sick? Who describes, yo, I'm fucking sick. I got the flu.
I don't
You got
know.
full
That
body
sounds like a
illness.
freaky Nate to me.
That's fucked
If
up.
I get
I
scurvy
did
and some
not
head,
pull up.
I'm
I ain't not pulling up.
Craig, you're miscuing the line. She wants a man to come and ail her.
I ain't cuddling
Get
you,
her
bitch. You
night
fucking sniffling
night
and
nurse.
shit.
Let's make love tonight.
Hell no.
Oh, Craig, Mr. Q. She was
What the fuck
ailing.
is a full body
She
illness,
was,
bro?
yeah, she wanted to come
Nah,
work her
B.
body, my body.
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Craig, Mr. Q on that one. Craig, Mr. Q. Craig's like, yeah, you sick, gross. Oh,
On the quest to get
episode
canceled.
what, Craig?
67. On the quest to get
Hey.
canceled. It's Spaceboy Elroy here with Mr. Zane. Y'all can follow us on Spotify and all your streaming platforms. Reminder, we're also on YouTube at The Hidden Six. We would love to get those numbers up. THEHIDDENSIX. Come find us. Come talk some shit. Tell us your controversial theories. You can be an expert in anything.
You could be a
Clearly.
flat earther like Craig.
That's it. And we'll catch y'all next time.
Craig, you believe you're